Imagine a life where you are no longer chasing people's approval, where your peace remains steady, untouched by noise, and your direction is not swayed by what others think. Picture waking up not to stress or chaos, but to a calm voice within, a voice you once silenced because the world was too loud. Now, see yourself standing alone, but not feeling lonely. You have released what no longer serves you. And in that stillness, something begins to stir. Clarity, confidence, truth. Buddhist wisdom teaches us, real change begins when we are alone, not surrounded by others. It is in those quiet moments that your heart finally breathes, heals, and grows. This is where your real journey begins. In this video, you will explore 6 powerful Buddhist teachings that can help you calm your mind, protect your energy, and discover genuine happiness. It is time to let go, reconnect with your true self, and start building a life of peace and strength. Today, 1. Rise stronger through pain. Most people try to avoid pain. It feels natural. We are taught that pain is bad, something to fix or escape as quickly as possible. But in Buddhist wisdom, pain is not your enemy. It is a signal, a guide, a doorway through which light can enter your life. Real growth rarely feels comfortable. It feels like loss, like confusion, like everything is falling apart. Just as a seed must break open before it becomes a tree, you too must allow certain parts of yourself to break, so you can grow into someone stronger. Pain is not here to punish you. It is here to shape you into who you are meant to become. When you sit with your struggles rather than running from them or numbing them, you begin to hear what they are trying to teach you. That heartbreak, it revealed what truly matters. That failure, it uncovered a strength you did not know you had. That silence, it brought you face to face with the parts of yourself still waiting to be healed. You cannot rebuild your life if you're constantly hiding from what hurts. The shift happens when you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this here to teach me?" This simple change transforms pain into wisdom and struggle into strength. The most peaceful souls you will ever meet are not those who never suffered. They are the ones who faced their pain, met it with courage, and allowed it to transform them. So do not rush to escape your pain. Let it burn away the version of you that was afraid, dependent, or lost. From those ashes, a stronger, wiser, and clearer version of you will rise. Pain does not just break you. When met with awareness, it rebuilds you. 2. Stop fighting life. Most of us spend so much energy trying to force life to go our way. We want people to treat us how we expect. We want events to unfold exactly as we imagined. We crave safety, predictability, and control. But life does not work like that. People will act in ways we do not understand. Plans will fall apart. Challenges will show up without warning. And the more we try to hold on tighter, the more exhausted, frustrated, and discouraged we become. Buddhist wisdom teaches something powerful. Suffering is not caused by what happens to us. It is caused by our attachment to how we think things should happen. The harder we cling, the more we hurt. But when you begin to loosen your grip, everything shifts. When you stop trying to control every outcome, life feels lighter. You start noticing the present moment, instead of getting lost in what should be. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean accepting mistreatment or giving up on your dreams. It means trusting that not everything needs your control to work out. It means focusing your energy on what truly matters. Your choices, your mindset, and how you respond to what life gives you. This is where peace begins. The most grounded, unshakable people are not those who control everything. They are the ones who know how to adapt when life changes. So stop fighting reality. Let go of what you cannot hold, and you will discover a freedom far greater than control. The freedom to live fully, without fear of what comes next. 3. Unlock your strength with self-love. It is easy to feel compassion for others when they are hurting. We offer kindness, patience, and understanding. But when it comes to ourselves, many of us become our own toughest critics. We replay our failures, blame ourselves in silence, and carry guilt far longer than we should. We expect perfection and feel crushed when we fall short. But here is an important truth. Personal growth cannot happen without self-kindness. Buddhist wisdom reminds us. True compassion begins within. It starts with loving yourself, because your heart is your very first home. Self-love does not mean ignoring your mistakes or making excuses. It means accepting that being human means facing struggles, setbacks, and imperfect moments. Healing is not a straight path. It is full of twists, detours, and lessons, and mistakes. They are not failures, they are part of the process. When you stumble, treat yourself like you would a dear friend. With patience, warmth, and understanding. Remind yourself, I am learning. I am growing. I am worthy of love. Your inner voice shapes your inner world. If you speak harshly to yourself, your confidence shrinks. But if you speak with kindness, your spirit becomes stronger, more resilient. Think of a child learning to walk. When they fall, you do not scold them. You cheer them on. You help them stand again. You deserve that same encouragement, especially during the hard moments. You are not broken. You are evolving. You are not failing. You are finding your way. Self-love is not weakness. It is one of the most powerful habits you can build. When you stop fighting yourself, you free up the energy to grow and thrive. So pause. Place your hand gently on your chest. Take a deep breath. Say to yourself, I am doing my best. I deserve kindness from others and from myself. This simple practice is where real change begins. Because healing does not happen through judgment, but through patience, love, and understanding. One gentle step at a time. 4. Find peace by sitting with yourself. In today's fast-paced world, it is easier than ever to avoid being alone with your thoughts. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, bored, or sad, there is always something to scroll, a video to watch, a song to play, or a conversation to distract you. These distractions may seem harmless, but over time, they create a pattern, a habit of constantly running away from yourself. When you fill every quiet moment with noise or activity, you slowly begin to fear silence. You resist stillness often without even realizing it. And in doing so, you become disconnected from your own mind and emotions. Buddhism teaches a powerful truth. Real healing and transformation begin when you stop avoiding yourself and start facing your inner world. Why is sitting with yourself so important? Because beneath all the noise and distractions lies your true self. Beneath discomfort and confusion, there is clarity waiting to be found. The feelings you have pushed aside, sadness, guilt, loneliness, they reign not here to break you. They reign here to guide you toward healing. When you learn to be still, without grabbing your phone, without calling someone, without numbing your thoughts with noise, you begin to hear what your heart has been trying to say all along. And you realize something powerful. You are not empty, just unheard. You are not broken, just ignored. So do not see quiet time as a punishment. See it as coming home to yourself. Let the silence feel unfamiliar at first. Let emotions rise and pass like clouds in the sky. Do not judge them. Do not push them away. Just watch. Just listen. The moment you become truly present with yourself, without needing anything to distract or numb you, you begin to remember who you really are. And that moment is the beginning of true transformation. If you're ready to stop running and start healing, begin by sitting quietly with yourself today. 5. Discover the power of walking alone. There will be times in your life when you feel completely alone, abandoned, misunderstood, or left out. Friends may drift away. Relationships may break. Support may suddenly disappear, and you might find yourself asking, why is no one here for me? But what if that feeling of loneliness is not a curse, but a gift? In Buddhist teachings, solitude is not something to fear. It is something to respect, even welcome. When you walk alone, without noise, without outside pressure, without trying to be who others want you to be, you finally meet the most important person in your life, yourself. In today's world, we are encouraged to stay connected constantly, but being connected without knowing yourself only leads to confusion. You might say yes when you mean no. You might change yourself just to meet others' expectations. But in true solitude, all those masks begin to fall away. You start to hear your own voice again. You ask, what do I want? What matters to me? Not what others expect, but what you truly feel. You reconnect with your values, your dreams, your pain and your strength. Remember the story of the Buddha. He left behind his palace, his comfort, even his identity alone. And in the quiet of solitude, under the Bodhi tree, he found enlightenment. Solitude is where growth begins, where masks come off, where no one is clapping for you, but you still choose to show up for your soul. And here is something important. Walking alone does not mean being lonely. It means becoming strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet, without depending on others to hold you up. When you can walk your path without needing constant approval. When you feel at peace, even without company. When your own presence feels like a friend. That is when you know you are whole. So if you're feeling misunderstood or alone right now, if your path feels quiet or uncertain, remember, this is not punishment. It is preparation. Because those who learn to walk alone are often the ones who discover the greatest power of all, lasting inner peace and true freedom. 6. Release your old self. One of the most powerful lessons in Buddhist wisdom is this. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the one who notices them. Yet most people forget this truth. Something small can trigger us. A rude comment, a wave of fear, a painful memory. And before we even realize it, we have been pulled under. Anger takes over. Anxiety fills the mind. Sadness weighs us down. And in those moments, we react without thinking, often saying or doing things that only create more chaos, more regret. But Buddhism teaches another way, a way of mindfulness, awareness, and stillness. Instead of letting emotions drag you around like a storm, you can learn to watch them, like clouds passing through the sky. Emotions rise and fade. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to fight them. And you certainly do not have to become them. You simply notice, breathe, and stay calm. At first, this feels hard. The mind is restless. The ego wants to fight back. The pain inside wants to scream. But the moment you pause, you step into your true power. You shift from automatic reaction to conscious response. And in that small space between the trigger and your choice lies freedom. Here is the truth. Anger is not your enemy. Fear is not your enemy. Even sadness is not your enemy. The real danger is forgetting who you are and becoming trapped inside those emotions. The practice is simple. Be the watcher. When anger shows up, say, anger is here. When fear arises, whisper, I see you. Fear. Then breathe. Do not resist. Do not run. Do not push it away. Let it move through you like a wave. Passing, not crashing. This is what emotional mastery looks like. This is how you stop being a victim of your mind and begin to master it. Because the strongest person is not the one who reacts first. It is the one who pauses long enough to choose peace over chaos. But there is another layer to this one, even deeper. We all carry an old version of ourselves, shaped by rejection, fear, criticism, and wounds from the past. Maybe it is the version that believes it is never good enough, the one that was betrayed, the one that doubts itself, shrinks to please others, or clings to old stories of failure. And over time, you begin to believe, this is just who I am. I am broken. I am always anxious. This is just the way I will always be. But Buddhist wisdom reminds us, there is no fixed self. The person you believe you are is not permanent. You can change. You can grow. You can rebuild. To do that, you must be willing to release the version of yourself that no longer serves you. Let go of the self that fears. Let go of the self that hides. Let go of the self built from pain. You do not have to hate that version. It helped you survive. But now, survival is not enough. It is time to become someone new. Step by step, moment by moment, choose actions that reflect the person you want to be, not the person your past created. Speak to yourself with compassion. Stop repeating old stories. Walk taller, not out of arrogance, but because you finally remember your worth. Letting go of the old self is not about becoming fake. It is about returning to who you truly are, before the world told you otherwise. Take a deep breath. Forgive who you were, and with every step forward, remind yourself, you have permission to grow beyond the person you used to be. These 6 powerful principles are more than just ideas. They are an invitation to let go of control, to reconnect with your true self, and to listen deeply to the lessons hidden in your struggles. Real growth does not come from comfort. It comes from rising stronger through pain, from learning to stop resisting life, and from unlocking your strength through self-compassion and awareness. Remember, you are not broken, you are evolving. You are not behind, you are waking up to your true potential. So keep trusting your journey, even when it feels quiet, lonely, or uncertain. The strongest, most authentic version of you is not built in the spotlight. It is shaped in the silent moments, when no one is watching. When you choose to rise again, rebuild yourself, and step more fully into who you truly are. Keep walking your path with courage, and may calmness and strength guide every step you take. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe and awaken your mind with Wisdom Kingdom.